The worst punishments from parents ever. Child in a box. If you thought getting sent to your room was bad when you were little, thank goodness you aren't the kids of James and Samantha Taylor. The Ohio couple decided that the best way to punish their 3 kids for behaving badly was to put them in a plastic storage bin for up to 30 minutes at a time. The parents cut a small hole for the kids to breathe and even used the hole to pour water in, making this more torture than punishment. When the authorities found out, the children were removed from the home, and now the parents must face their punishment in the form of time behind bars. Needle torture. If you think Samantha and James Taylor's first type of punishment was bad, then wait until you hear this. The Ohio couple would make their children stand in a corner on their tippy toes. To make this punishment more like a torture you'd expect in some secret government prison, the children would be forced to hold weights and have pins placed under their heels. When they became tired and lowered their feet, the pins would stick into them with obviously painful results. Hot and cold treatment. If there is one thing parents hate, it's when their kids lie to them. One mom devised a near torturous way of dealing with her 7-year-old when she got caught lying. Jessica Beagley first poured hot sauce into her son's mouth and made him swish it around while she lectured him on what he had done wrong. Not finished there, Beagley sent her son to the showers where he was doused with cold water. The video aired on Dr. Phil and caused a strong divide among parents across America. An old-fashioned belt. Over the last couple decades, there has been an ongoing debate over whether or not spanking is an acceptable form of punishment. A Texas judge threw that whole debate right out the window when a video surfaced of him beating his 16-year-old daughter with a belt. Lashing her more than a dozen times, Judge Williams Adams was punishing his daughter for illegally downloading music. The irony in all of this, Adams was a judge who primarily dealt with cases of domestic abuse. Starvation. Odds are that when you were little, you may have been sent to your room without dinner because you were misbehaving. One Pennsylvania couple took this type of punishment to an extreme level. Mark and Susan Hooper were accused of using starvation as a form of punishment for their 3 children. We're not talking about withholding a dessert here and there, but multiple days on end with nothing more than the occasional bowl of porridge in the morning. The children were so undernourished that they were underweight and had some growth deficiencies. It was only when they ran to a neighbor's to ask for food that authorities were alerted and put the parents behind bars. Humiliation. Imagine being dressed up like a baby and forced to run around outside your house as a punishment. A Minnesota couple, disappointed that their 12-year-old daughter's grades did just that. After shaving her head and forcing her to wear a diaper, the angry parents forced the girl to run around outside in front of dozens of onlookers. When the parents were arrested, they honestly didn't think they had done anything wrong. Social media gunplay. As one North Carolina teen discovered, ranting about choirs and criticizing your parents on Facebook can come back to bite you. Tommy Jordan, the girl's father, found the post and created a video of his own that he posted online. Jordan clarifies his daughter's hardships before highlighting how good her life actually is. Not done there, the irate father takes his daughter's laptop and proceeds to shoot it full of holes with his .45 caliber handgun. Jordan's video divided parents everywhere, but for his daughter, it was surely a huge and very public embarrassment, which very quickly went viral. Interesting haircut. When you were a kid in school, getting a bad haircut could really make the other kids take notice. One parent has taken this idea to make one of the most humiliating punishments for misbehaving kids. When their child was acting out and misbehaving, the parents gave them a haircut that made them look like an old man, bald on top with a fringe around the sides. This type of humiliating punishment has been undertaken by more than one upset parent across the country. The old man cut is definitely a bad punishment, even if it has worked in getting kids to smarten up. Burning with cigarettes. Like using a belt, the threat of or actually burning kids as a punishment is very wrong and definitely one of the worst methods on this list. Unfortunately, it's all too common as news stories regularly appear about parents who use lit cigarettes to punish their kids for one reason or another. Whether an Atlantan couple burning their infant or a Seattle man trying to punish misbehaving nieces and nephews, this terrible form of punishment seems to occur all too often. Kidnapping. Out of options, some parents have paid complete strangers to come into their home, grab their child, load them on a plane, and fly them to what is basically a medium security prison in another country. Still terrified by the abduction and plane ride with strangers, kids being punished by visiting Tranquility Bay faced living in conditions that resembled a cross between a prison and a boot camp. Physical abuse, isolation, and near torture-like punishments make this one of the worst punishments ever doled out by parents. Fortunately, it is now closed down. Thanks for watching our video. Here's some other videos that we think you might enjoy. Don't forget to click subscribe.